Hello, everyone. Welcome to Soph Podcast. Today is episode number 2. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Today, we're going to talk about harm reduction, and I've got a little surprise for everyone on a new segment of the podcast with Diesel talking about men who cannot express themselves because they have to be superior and powerful and everything like that. So we're going to dive in right now. Starting off with harm reduction. So harm reduction is about meeting people where they are without judgment. It acknowledges that drug use is a reality and works to reduce its negative effects rather than ignore or condemn it. It's not about enabling drug use, but it's about empowering people to make safer choices if they are going to use. And some examples include providing clean syringes, offering fentanyl test strips, and distributing naloxone to reverse overdoses. But harm reduction also extends to education, mental health support, and housing services. It's a spectrum of care and puts human dignity first. To give us a deeper understanding, I spoke with harm reduction advocate Dr. Lisa Patel, who has worked in community health for over a decade. She says harm reduction recognizes the complexity of addiction and that many people using substances are dealing with trauma, poverty, or mental health illnesses. By providing resources without stigma, we can build trust, and trust leads to safer outcomes. Continuing on about harm reduction, there's common misconceptions. A common myth is that harm reduction encourages drug use, but research consistently shows the opposite. So, if you're inspired to support harm reduction, here are a few ways to get involved. You need to educate yourself and others, which is share factual resources and challenge harmful narratives. And number 2, support local programs. So you can volunteer at a syringe exchange program or donate supplies or advocate for funding. And number 3, learn to use naloxone. Many organizations offer free training and free naloxone kits. You could save a life. Together, all of us, we can build communities that prioritize compassion and dignity. So I want to thank you guys for listening to this. If you want more information or numbers for national resources, please feel free to DM me anytime at Soph the OG here on Discord. That is SOPHTHEOG. And you can also DM me at Soph the OG on Snapchat as well. So coming up next now, we have Diesel, who is going to introduce to us the part of the podcast segment that he wants to dedicate to men to come on the show and talk about a time in their life when they felt silenced. So Diesel, go ahead and start us off on what you're wanting to accomplish with this.
Hey, thanks for having me, Soph, man. It's a divine intervention, I guess we could say, between you and I and the way we met. And I really appreciate you guys opening up to me and allowing me to do this and piggyback with you guys on this, man. I hope that it's going to be well received. And it's going to be new. I haven't seen anybody out there doing this. So without further ado, I'll tell you a little bit about myself later. I just want to jump right into this. So ladies and gentlemen, my name's Jimi Diesel. And my brother and I had this brainstorm, I don't know, about 3 or 4 years ago about doing a podcast or just a YouTube, video series or something like that to try to reach out to the men of our society of every race, every creed, every color. I don't care if you're purple. It doesn't matter to me, man. Because you're a man, you probably got the same issues as I do. Maybe you have more, maybe you have less. But there's somebody else out there that has the same problem you do. So we decided that we wanted to bring all of this stuff out of Pandora's box, open it up, throw it up on a pedestal, and then we're going to kill it with fire. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about all sorts of topics. Everything from, our erectile dysfunction, our bedroom performance, the I mean, I'm so excited right now. You're gonna have to bear with me that I'm mixing everything up together. So let me slow down here. Okay, so first of all, this is a mental health podcast. Okay, and everything that mental health of a man in today's society entails. It could be from fatherhood and parenting, like discussing the challenges and joys of being a father and breaking down stereotypes around the masculinity in parenting, right? Uh, Another topic would be body image, fitness, going to the gym, whatnot, and trying to explore the societal expectations of what we're supposed to look like and our personal goals. Um, Another topic, for example, would be relationships. Okay, and our vulnerability, where we're the protectors of it. They nurture and care and all that stuff, but we're the protectors. So it's frowned upon today's society, and it shouldn't be, about a man being able to express his emotions outwardly and not be ridiculed for it. I mean, you see everybody out there, will some of us wear a chip on our shoulders and you can see it coming from a mile away. Others, you couldn't tell if he was happy, sad, angry. If he was having an orgasm right now, you wouldn't even know. There's some people are just real good at hiding that stuff. But we want to take that stigma and we want to knock it on its ass and be like, that's not the way it should be. I mean, yes, I grew up that way. My father was that way. And, I'm 48 years old, so I'm kind of an oldie around here. But I mean, people that grew up in my generation, we were Generation X. So we didn't have a lot of parenting. They just threw us out in the street and we're like, don't come back till the lights come on. And that's what we did. So as far as learning to be caring and loving and, have empathy towards people, we didn't have any of that, because we always saw our buddies getting wrecked on bikes and breaking their legs and getting cut, and we're just laughing at them the whole time. And believe it or not, I still do it to this day. I find it amusing when one of my friends gets hurt. So that's one of the stereotypes that we need to talk about and address. Another one, career pressure, a job. Do you like your job? Let's discuss the stress and expectations about it. Like the stress you have at the workplace, and then you have a long day, bad day at work, and then you go home and you sit in your car for 5, 10, 15 minutes to decompress and put all that crap that you just went through for the past 8, 10 hours away, so you can walk into your home, your castle, and be the dad, be the husband that your family deserves, that you want to be for them. But some days that's just not possible, man. And we understand that. And we want your wives, your girlfriends, your family members to understand what is actually going on, unless they've already talked to you about it. Because some families are just like, this something wrong with Brian, like, what's going on with that dude? Is he on drugs? I mean, no, it doesn't always have to be drugs, but hey, that's something that we all use to cope sometimes, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I could go on and on all day. Speaking of drugs, the substance abuse, why you do it, the underlying reason, the real reason why you do it, not because it's fun, not because you enjoy it, but I'll just be honest with you right now. I use illicit drugs, and I use them to escape the everyday bullshit that I have to deal with. It's like I have a saying, I saw it on the internet one day, and it said, reality is for people that cannot handle their drugs. So I try to stay as far away from reality as possible, to an extent. I'm not in la la land all the time, so don't get me wrong. I know what's going on. I'm current to the news and what all's going on in the world, but I don't like interacting with people, and this is another reason why it's really strange for me to be sitting here on a podcast talking to hopefully millions of people one day. But I think we can do some good with this podcast, man. I want the gentleman that there's a lot of guys out there. Take me for example. I don't have a problem talking about my issues, my anxiety, my depression, the crippling depression when I don't even want to get out of fucking bed. I don't want to talk on the phone to anybody. I don't have a problem talking about that. But the funny thing is, nobody's ever asked. Nobody's ever asked, hey, man, what's wrong? What's going on? Are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I mean, okay, so occasionally I'll get the, hey, you okay? And what's my answer? Everybody knows what it is. I'm fine. Everything's good. I'm good. No problem. When I'm not, because the stigma, I have been taught, molded, and shown that, yeah, man, when somebody asks you, are you okay? Well, you don't act like a pussy and say, no, man, I'm really hurting right now. Why? Because it makes you look weak? No, it doesn't make you look weak to admit that you're hurting inside, that you're sad, that you're lonely, that you're depressed. I mean, how the hell are you going to fix anything if you don't tell anybody? If you don't talk about it, you can't do it yourself, or you wouldn't be depressed when they asked you about it. So reach out, man. Reach out. I want to do this right now. I want to extend an olive branch to every single male on this planet, man. If you need somebody to talk to, if you have to have somebody to talk to, if that's what it's going to take to help you get past your situation that you're in right now, I'm going to put my cell phone number somewhere where you guys can have it. And you can call me any fucking time you want. I don't give a shit if it's 3 a.m. I'll probably be up at that time, no kidding. But it doesn't matter. I don't care. Call me. I'll answer the fucking phone. I swear to God, I'll answer the phone. And if that's what it takes to help one of you guys out every day, then that's what I'll do. Because that's my intent. If I can stop one of you from ending your beautiful existence on this planet, then I've done my job. I've done what I set out to do. There's no reason for you to take your own life. None. I don't care how depressed you are. I don't care how bad it is, because believe me, I've been past rock bottom. I don't know what the hell they call it down there, but it is horrible. I didn't think it could get worse. It did get worse. And I'm just now, this was like 3 years ago, I'm just now starting to take my first steps out of the level underneath rock bottom. So I know that you're hurting, man. I know that you're trying to hide it, and you want to get better, and you want to be better for your kids, for your family, for your friends, everybody. But sometimes you can't do it by yourself. Sometimes you need to look up, and you need to stretch your hand out and look up for that other hand that's coming down to grab you and pull you up on that ledge, man, so you can get the hell out of there. I'm that hand. I will help you. You can put the money on that one. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I I told Soph if she just let me talk, that I would talk for the whole hour and a half.
Thank you so much, Diesel, for sharing.
Absolutely.
We have Jay here, and I think you wanted to ask Jay something. Mad Jay, thank you for being here, by the way.
Jay's good. Jay's ready? I didn't know that.
No, I'm here.
This is wonderful.
I'm here. I was just waiting for you to call me out. So.
Well, excuse me. I must have been on my BS again.
No, not at all.
I was introduced to your next speaker, Jay here, by Soph just a little while, or probably 3 hours ago, man. And he asked me what the podcast was about, and I told him, and he was like, "Man, I see that message. I love that message." And then he opened up to us. Jay, you want to tell us a little bit about what you told us earlier?
I don't know where to really begin. Okay, well, I guess it's gonna be having to do a lot with like my formative years when I was a younger child before all the crazy stuff. But well, I'm Asian, right? So most Asians, especially um East Asians, they are kind of taught to just kind of keep quiet, um and like respect your elders, and like no matter what, and it's like part of that is like very it lets you not voice your opinion a lot of times,
Okay.
and that's one thing that I would say is like part of like an older Asian culture that's starting to break apart now.
Hmm.
Um, and but while I was growing up, I was part of that culture, and it it kind of was difficult for me to voice myself yet, and still um be like a proper functioning child. I guess I don't know how to really go about it, but I naturally was always like a more outgoing person, but as I grew older and older and older, I became very introverted, and I started to not be able to really um speak up, I guess, in a way.
No,
um
yeah, I understand what you're saying. You were having a hard
yeah,
time balancing the two together, and I'm sure
exactly.
there's a lot of us that have that issue too. So that's
Mhm.
great. I'm glad you brought that up.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So as I was growing up, my parents split when I was in third grade, right? So my parents split, and then I had um I had been pretty much just raising my sister and kind of helping my mom around the house and stuff like that since like I had to. And I couldn't really complain about it nor say like that I didn't want to do it, right? Like just the fact that like my dad wasn't around anymore, and I just had to pick up the slack a little bit, I guess, in a way. Um, and then when I was in middle school, my mom got breast cancer, which kind of like made me even more have to step up even more, right? Um, I had to like feed my sister and stuff. That's when I started cooking. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love cooking, but
What?
yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry,
how I
Jay.
started to. Uh-huh.
What age? What age did this? Was this taking place? How old were you?
Um, seventh, eighth grade.
So you're like 13, 14 years old, and
Yeah,
you're
something
the
like
man
that.
of the house, and you're having to do all this stuff, man. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
that's a lot of stuff to put on a little kid's plate, man.
I mean, I didn't know at the time, right? Like to me, that was just
Right.
normal, right? So I couldn't have known that it was a lot to put on my plate, you know. Um, but I mean, and moving forward, like my mother didn't go into remission until I was like 11th, 12th grade or something like that, I believe, which was like, and then right after that, um, was I had to decide on whether if I wanted to go to school for college or not and stuff. I had originally planned on going to community college and then transferring to another school since like we didn't have a lot of money at home. But because we didn't have a lot of money at home, I was kind of I kind of had to take the task of running the family coffee shop. And at like age 17 is when I started learning, and then pretty much at 18, I took over the shop, and I was literally doing that for like 7 years since after that to help feed and provide for my family, like the house, the roof over our heads, cars that we were driving, and everything. Like
So,
yeah.
you're the sole provider of a 3 person. Is that correct? 3 person
Well,
household.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's That's amazing, man. There's not a lot of people that would have stepped up to that, man, and done like you did, man. I have to applaud you, man. Way to go, buddy.
No, I mean, I had to make my sacrifices too. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't get to go
Yes.
to college. You know, like that's one thing that I had to sacrifice for my family, and also like a better portion of my early 20s
Mm.
to mid 20s that I had to sacrifice to, do what I needed to do. And then shortly after, when I was like 19, 20, something like that, I think. I can't remember. 2008. My dad passed away.
Mm.
Um, which was like, he was a heavy alcoholic, which is the reason why I don't drink today. But that's one good thing, I guess. But other than that, like he had deteriorated super fast because of his alcoholism, and um, we he was gone within like 5 months of finding out that he had liver cancer, and
Wow.
he was done. Like
That
he
was
didn't even want
fast.
treatment. Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't even want
Yeah.
treatment because he knew he was over. And
Yeah.
I respect it. And all, but I mean, so when he did pass, of course, my family, they're all gonna be in tears and stuff like that. But like, I guess once again, like I wasn't able to really grieve properly. I couldn't really even cry because like
Yeah.
I was trying to be strong for the family,
And
and kind of like take care of
that's
them.
what we're taught to
Yeah,
do. Yeah.
yeah, and I don't know, like I didn't really understand at the time, or nor did I know. I guess I was just really ignorant on like mental health and emotional health and all this stuff. Like I was young.
Yeah. I feel you,
And
man. I think all of us were ignorant to the fact, man. We didn't even know what mental health existed, man.
right, right, no, for real. And I believe that like if I had been able to, actually mourn, grieve, actually like be able to talk to someone maybe about whatever I was feeling, or
Mhm.
all that, and be able to talk through it, then maybe I wouldn't have ever really turned out the way I did. I'm not saying that I regret how I turned out, um, because every choice that I had made throughout my whole life is still my choice. And even though some were kind of like not so friendly, I guess, I
Yeah,
don't
that's a nice way to put it.
know. um, like, mm, I have I believe that I have very good qualities, but my very good qualities also lead to my demise because they're very double-edged swords.
Amen,
Um,
brother. Amen.
and that's what I think you're trying to like get your point across on, like how people it's hard to manage like all your the things that you have to do with um I don't know I don't know how to explain this
Yeah, it's
mm,
the way I explain it is no
yeah.
good deed goes
uh
unpunished.
Right. Okay,
No
that makes
matter
sense.
what you do,
Mhm.
you're going to get punished for it, man. So
Right.
yeah,
Which kind of
yep,
sucks
yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
because like
When you were a kid, you're like, oh, I did something really good. Oh, look, I got a gold star. Woohoo! Yay! Yeah.
yeah,
Now it's like, yeah, fuck.
life doesn't work
I
that
just
way.
I just let this guy in and he flicked me off. Oh, wow, well, that's great. Thanks, man. Like,
Yeah.
yes,
It's I think it comes down to even as simple as like if I were to try to help somebody,
mhm.
right? That's already me taking the time out of my day or my
Right,
own life in general
right.
to help someone else, right?
Mhm.
Now, if we were living in a perfect world, I think you would either get a return from that, or
Mhm.
they would pay it forward to someone else, and eventually, it'll turn around, and karma and good karma
I agree.
will come back to you. But I feel like a lot of times it doesn't really work that way,
You're
and
right.
it's sad to see how there are malicious minds at work to actually just like prevent good things from happening. In a sense,
You couldn't have said it any better than that, man. It's like, yeah, people take advantage of other people like that. Like they know the bad people, the malicious people, like you said it, know the good people, the good-hearted people, the people that will do anything for anybody at any time. And they use that to their advantage, man. They'll take that. Oh man, I need to get this done. Who can I call? Oh, I can call him. And then we don't expect anything. We don't say, okay, well, I'm going to do this for you, so you're going to do this for me. No, we don't do that. We just assume and think and believe that, okay, I'm going to do this nice fucking gesture for this dude, and someday he's going to offer to do something for me. Yeah, fat chance of that happening these days.
Well, I mean, when I do something for somebody or whatever, I don't expect anything in return anymore.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right? It's just literally out of the goodness of my heart.
Correct.
Right?
And Madge, I thank you so much for speaking about this. I know it was hard to.
Oh, of course.
Absolutely, Jay, man. Number one rock star right there, dude.
Thank you.
So we got to, unfortunately, we're coming to an end of this show, but thank you guys so much again. And yes, thank you, Jay. I mean, your story was very, very empowering, and hopefully it helps someone out there with the darkness that they feel. Guys, thank you again for being here, and I'm just so excited about this.
So thank you, ma'am. I really appreciate the opportunity. And let me just say something right there. Right when you said it, the darkness. You couldn't have said it perfect. I didn't say that. I meant to say that. Everybody's got that darkness in them, dude. And it's got to come out. The light has to come out. And this is what we're here for. All three of us. Soph is going to be here too.
Yes.
So if you don't want to talk to me, talk to her. If you don't want to talk to her, I talk to Jay.
Right.
Somebody will be here for you.
And this is for women too, this isn't just for men. So women, if you're wanting to come on the podcast and speak about something that you felt like you've had to hold in, please do.
Absolutely.
And we're here to help.
Yes, I'm right. Kill it with fire.
Yes, absolutely. So that's gonna wrap up today's episode. Again, our next episode is episode 3. That will be on April 4th. April 4th at 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So be sure to make it. Please be sure to make it. And so I'm going to close this out here with just to go over some of the harm reduction things again. If you are interested in some of the harm reduction contact information, just DM me at Soph the OG and tell me where you're located, and I will gladly research and find the number for any kind of harm reduction that is around your area. It's probably going to be in the bigger cities, so yeah, we'll check that out together. If there's any women that want to come on the show, if there's any men that want to come on the show, please DM me at Soph the OG. And I will get you a podcast role, and you can come on the show and share your story and help someone else. That's what we're here to do. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.
It was a pleasure. Thank you. Deuces, y'all. See y'all later.
Bye.